Hello everyone. I welcome you all in this video, Civics Chapter number 1. In the last video, we have learnt about the types of parliamentary government, form of government, parliamentary form of government, and presidential form of government, their features, their location, and England's contribution toward the democracy. We have seen in this video. We are going to learn the features of executive or the features of parliamentary form of government, even the presidential form of government. Even students, some other information also we are going to see in this topic. It will be better that you will handle textbook with this video, or after watching this video. Hope that you will understand better way. Try your level best. See, at the beginning we have seen some features of presidential form of government and executive. Now we are going to study the executive. In a parliamentary system, the executive has a dual responsibility. One, as an executive, they have to implement laws. Once again, see, they have to implement laws. As they are the members of the legislature, they are members of legislature, and they also have to fulfill responsibilities of the legislature. All the responsibilities whatever shoulder on them, they have to fulfill. It is the responsibility of the executive. The prime minister, PM, and the council of ministers is responsible to the legislature for all their actions and the policies. Both are responsible for actions and the policies. It means that all the council of minister has to work with the legislature together. They come together, they discuss together, form meetings, form cabinets, and take decision for the entire nation. It is for this reason that is the parliamentary system is known as a responsible system of government. By any ministry or the department is considered as decision of the government. Why I am repeating this? Because this is very important here. The entire council of ministers is responsible for the decision. Means here prime minister and the council of minister together form executive, and in the executive the council of minister role is very important. The council of ministers, each one minister becomes a head of the department and takes the decision for his respective department and the subject which is given to him or her. Next, see students, in the parliamentary system, the executive is depend upon the confidence of the legislature in them. This means that the council of ministers remains in power till it enjoy the support or confidence of the legislature. Here you have to consider the confidence. Confidence is the most important part. If there is no confidence, the member or the council of ministry get dissolved. The council of minister remains in power. Already one sentence is given. This is a very important sentence. Here the council of minister remains in power till it enjoy the support or the confidence of the legislature, and everything is depend on the confidence. Means once a government form, that government can remain next 5 years till if there is a confidence, and the lack of confidence, this government may dissolve, or like if their confidence lose again, means the formation of the government and other procedure generally take place under the supervision of president and the prime minister or the leader of the majority party. See, if the legislature feels that the executive does not work in accordance to its wishes matters more, it removes the executive from power by passing a no confidence motion. It's called the no confidence motion or the lack of confidence. Yeah, and this process is called no confidence motion against the executive. If they are functioning well, then there will be confidence, and if they lost their confidence in the minds of people or other opposition party members or in the government, then no confidence motion generally conduct, and according to this motion the government get means dissolve. Government means that executive body get dissolved. Next, see, no confidence motion is an effective tool of keeping a check over the executive. To check executive, they are doing well or not doing well. If they didn't do well, then no confidence motion generally conduct in the executive, that is in the legislature or Indian government, and this is a very effective tool, and because of that one each member and the executive functions very well. In the parliamentary form of government, the legislature is a supreme institution. Elected representatives of people express demands and aspirations. Yes, each and every citizen of the democratic country shows or tells demands and keep aspirations of the common people, especially in the parliament, that is only the platform for the people. The parliament decides upon issues of the public welfare. Yes, most of the issues based on the welfare they discuss and take decisions for that, since it is the house of representatives of the people and expresses sovereign authority of the people. Yes, people can represent or the people's representatives take decision on behalf of people here, and it is considered as the supreme body. Means legislature is the supreme body. Any one problem that is a locally or the state level or the national level or the international level is taken in the legislature and discuss by the opposition party or the ruling party, and take decision for the people or for the nation's development and the welfare of the people also. Then why did India adopt a parliamentary system of government? Many reasons are there. Out of that, some reasons we'll see here. First number reason, the development of a parliamentary institution started during the British rule. Yes, during British rule this system had started, and the British rulers govern in accordance with this system. So this system was much closer to the officers, closer to the political leaders, even the peoples also much closer to this system. So it was easy to implement in India. So India adopted parliamentary system of government. Then second reason, the parliamentary system of government in India is also in a way product of the freedom movement. Means you know very well, Mahatma Gandhi or the other national leaders spend their whole life to get freedom for the country, and many people lost their life in the matter of freedom and making India free. So this system, which will become beneficial for the nation and the people's welfare, considering that this system was followed for nation through the constitution of our country. See, third number reason, Indians were familiar to this system of the government. Already I told you, like all the national leaders as well as the educationists or the educated people, all were familiar to this system of government, and many discussions took place in the Constituent Assembly over the system of government when the constitution decided to frame in the year 1946 to 1949. During this period, many discussions were conducted, and through this discussion a final decision was taken that India will be the parliamentary followed system of government, and the parliamentary system of the government had implemented afterwards, so which was beneficial for the nation as well as country's development, considering this method or the system had followed. See, fourth number reason, the constitution. The framers of the constitution made few changes in the parliamentary system. Like some systems were necessary, like some rules and the regulations which were which are written in our constitution. It was required according to the need of the people or the countries, all the background, that is the physical, social, economical, or the religious, or the lingual. Considering this one, some changes were required, and this system also made according to suit the Indian situation. All the situation were considered and taken in the consideration, and this decision was taken. The India will adopt a parliamentary system of government. See, the 4 reasons are given here. One more, the discussion and deliberations. The discussion and the deliberations are an integral part of the parliamentary form of government. This is one feature, and it is possible and suitable for the India. So India adopted a parliamentary system of government. Even students, questions related to public welfare are discussed in the legislature. Always when the government had formed till today, many public issues are discussed for the welfare of the people. Members from the opposition party also take part in these discussions. Not only a ruling party or the special person or the national leader or the prime minister, members of the opposition party also take part in the discussion system of government in India. Next one, see, one more reason is given why India adopted a parliamentary system of government. Opposition parties may support the government. Yes, opposition party always never oppose all the ideas as well as the discussion which is conducting in the parliament. Sometimes they support the government whenever appropriate, point out shortcomings in policies and laws. Like the policy or the law which is beneficial for each and every citizen of our country, they support. Put up the studies arguments. Sometimes they argue also, sometimes they ask questions to the respective minister and take answers. Some times suggest as well as the request to bring change in it, and because of that it helps the legislature to make proper laws, and the law preparation opposition party's role is major one. Next one, see students, the presidential system of government. Presidential, second form or the second type of system. Presidential system of government can be said to be another important system of government. Already we have seen in the distinguish between in the first video. This type of system exists in countries such as USA, United States of America. In the distinguish between, we had distinguish between India and USA or the India and United States of America. And what were the distinguished or the differences are, that also we have seen and we have learnt. So you have to recall it, some ideas also you will get a better way in that question or the answer. You recall yourself, it will be better to understand the next point. This system is different from the parliamentary form. This system is different from the parliamentary form. How? In this system, the president is the executive. President is the executive and is independent of the legislature and as the head of the state. As the head of the state, president is the head of the state in the presidential system of government. Don't forget. Yes, the head of the state means the president is directly elected by the people. People of that nation elect directly to one person as a president. President means the head of the state, and this system is become successful in the United States of America. America. Yes, one more example. Other examples also we are going to see afterwards, but the presidential system of the government is one more system of government. Such a system means presidential system of government is known as the presidential system of government, means where the president is a head. Such a system is known as a presidential system of government. Next, see, though the three organs are independent, means the presidential system of government where three organs, that is legislature, executive and the judiciary, are the independent from each other, there are enough connections, means legislature to executive or the executive to the judiciary or the judiciary to legislature, enough connections between them in the matter of work, that work in harmony or the coordination. Always they keep means coordination among them for the country's development and many other purposes. Even they discuss, like some suggestions they give, some points they raise for the country's development and all. Even the United States of America has adopted the presidential system of government. Already we know that very well, where the head of their nation is president, and because of that this system is known as a presidential form of teacher. Now we understood that is the three organs in the presidential system of governments are independent from each other, but their connections between them are harmonious and coordinating to each other. In a presidential form of government, the legislature and the executive are not directly depend on each other. Once again, see, in a presidential form of government, like some features we are going to discuss here, like in a presidential form of government, the legislature and the executive are not directly depend on each other. Yes, the indirectly depend on each other. Their functions as well as their work a little bit differ, but when the nation issue is raised, they come together and take a decision for the entire nation, or which problem or the which question is raised in the government. The one more feature of the parliamentary form of government with the presidential form of government, the house of the legislature and the president are directly elected by the people. As we know that president are directly elected by the people. The president is the executive head and has a lot of powers. He has or she has lot of powers, and he is the head of executive, including power to implement laws. Yes, any type of social, political or the economical or the religious, any type the laws which are framed in the government, it's the duty to implement laws for the nation. Once again, you have to revise yourself. And has a lot of powers, including power to implement laws. President is whole and soul in the presidential form of government. In spite of such a structure, the legislature and the executive keep a check on each other. Legislature check all the ideas as well as the work of executive, and the executive check work of legislature, keep eye on each other. This manual control over each other can lead to a responsible government. At your family also, parents keep eye on you, and you also sometimes keep eye on your younger brother as well as a sister, and because of that one responsibility forms among you all. So the same way legislature and the executive work together, become responsible of each other and work for the entire nation. Apart from the parliamentary and the presidential system of government, once again see, like the two form of government we have seen, the parliamentary and the presidential system of government. There are other forms of government systems that are followed in France, Switzerland, Germany, etc. In India, parliamentary form of government. In United States of America, presidential system of government. But with these two types, other means systems also are there in France, Switzerland, Germany, etc. Several countries, owing to their unique circumstances, have evolved different system of government. Means what is the physical background, climatic conditions, as well as the ideas, thoughts, aspirations of the people, need of the people, availability of natural resources, then background in the politics. Considering all these points, any one country decides that which type of the government should form for the nation and welfare of the people. In the next chapter, students, you will study the structure, working and role. Once again, see the structure, working and the role of the Indian Parliament. Yes, little bit ideas now you have got that. Legislature, executive and the judiciary, one by one, their structure, their working way, and each one department, how that plays the role, we are going to study in the next chapter. Hope that in this video you have learned about parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. Yes, try your level best to understand. My request is that read chapter one time, watch this video again and again if it is required, listen video carefully. So after this video you will get homework of this chapter to write exercise. It will be in a PDF form that you have to download it and write down in a history's notebook without making any section. Immediately after the chapter number 1 of history, you have to write exercise of this chapter. So students, take care of yourself, take care of your family members. Thank you.